Almost 1 year back I did something special. I applied for HMI course, Himalayan Mountaineering Institute course. And guess what? Today the day has arrived. My name is Praveen Wadalkar. I'm from Mumbai and I'm going to start my journey of HMI from today. So today I'm going to travel from Mumbai to Kolkata and then Kolkata to Bagdogra. So if you are interested in HMI, so this video is going to help you because I'm going to capture all my key moments of next 28 days. Next milestone, Bagdogra. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock and I reached Bagdogra airport. I reached 2 o'clock, around 1 o'clock I reached in Kolkata, and from there I took the flight and then I reached Bagdogra airport now. I will be going to Bagdogra bus station normally, and from Bagdogra bus station I will be taking let's see, a local travel or maybe a shared cab to Darjeeling. Hello everyone, finally I reached Darjeeling. I started my journey around 9 o'clock in the morning from Mumbai and it's now almost 9 o'clock in the night, it's almost 12 hours. Few things to learn, few things to consider, especially for those who are coming from Bagdogra to Darjeeling for the first time. If you're a budget traveler like me, then you can reach Darjeeling in within 180 rupees from Bagdogra. From Bagdogra to Darjeeling corner, you can just take a share rickshaw or share taxi. They will charge you around 50 rupees, not more than that. And then they will drop you somewhere, the place called Darjeeling corner or Darjeeling turn. Now from Darjeeling turn you will get private jeeps or private taxis. Even though they are private, but they are highly regulated. You get a proper ticket and there's a ticket counter, there's a prepaid ticket counter. They will charge you 130 rupees. Even though Darjeeling is hardly 70 to 75 kilometers from Bagdogra, but because it's a hilly road, it will take around 3.5 to 4 hours to reach here. One last thing, something which I did wrong, you should not do it. If you are visiting here in November and December, make sure your jackets are on you, not in your bag. So all my winter key jackets which I have, it's all in my bag. I'm wearing a very thin jacket which is not going to help me in this winter. So can you see, guys, finally I've reached Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, and let me tell you how to reach from Darjeeling to here. You can reach by spending 200 or 300 rupees by private car, or you can also reach by just giving 10 rupees. Take a sharing cab and they will just take 10 rupees and they will drop you near HMI. So my journey starts from here. I was not expecting beer to welcome me. Actually, let me go close. Actually, along with HMI is also a zoo there and main thing to explore, but I'm very so pleasantly surprised that a beer is there to welcome me. I've done with the registration here, but make sure you carry your latest medical certificate with you, because most of the time when we apply for HMI it's almost 1 year back, and that 1 year back certificate will not be valid. So you have to carry your latest medical certificate, and those who have not carried, like me, now going back to Darjeeling market and getting the certificate from the doctors. So make sure you save this time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a short guided tour of HMI. This is a gate from where you are going to enter. Most probably you will come from this side and then you will enter from here, from this gate. Once you enter, the place which you are seeing in front of me is actually a assembly area. Just few minutes before, not few minutes, few hours before, at around 6 o'clock we all were here. The instructor Where I'm standing right now is the instructor area where instructors stand and they give instructions. Once you come in, first you have to go to this office. I will just zoom in. Yeah, you have to go to this TRG office, and then you have to submit your forms. Even if you don't carry your forms, that is okay. But make sure, as I told you yesterday, make sure you carry your latest medical certificate. And if you don't, then you have to go to Darjeeling market, and that's unnecessary investment of time and resources. So make sure you do that. So this is the assembly area. Here you can see a lot of display of knots and all. We have still not been briefed about all that, so I'm not going to talk about more about all this. Now from here you have to go in, and once you go in from here, you can see there's a hostel in front of me. I'm gonna go down, further down. Now from here, if you take right, as I showed you yesterday also, here is the restaurant. There is a restaurant where we normally have all our foods. Now, as I told you, it's 7 days there will be acclimatization. This is the room. These are my folks. As I told you, they have almost 8 beds, 4 down and 4 up. And we have 4 lockers this side. We can have lock and key also. Both lockers and beds are quite big enough. Okay, so before I tell you what happened on day 2 of HMI, let me show you something. Now, can you just guess what time it is? If I show you the surrounding, can you just guess what time it is? You will be surprised. It's hardly 5:45 in the evening, and it's looking like as if it's 10 o'clock in the night. So let me give you an overview. Unlike yesterday, today we had less events, but the duration of each event was almost around 2.5 hours. So like yesterday also, we started our day with a very intense training program, followed by very good yoga for around 45 minutes. Then there was a in-house lecture on introduction of knots. So they taught us various types of knots and ropes and everything. This was followed by almost 3 to 4 hours of session on actual practicing key types of knots which are normally used in mountaineering and sports climbing. There was a session on how to use harness and how to coil ropes. Then of course lunch, and then it was followed by around 2-hour sessions on mountaineering terms. So they taught us actually various types of various terms and terminologies used in mountains. And the last session of the day, very interesting session, is on Himalaya. So almost 1.5-hour session on Himalaya, where we came to know about various about the range, Himalayan range, and 14 peaks of Himalaya, which are above 8,000 meters, and a lot of other important and interesting information about Himalayan range. So this is the brief overview.
Look, keep your knees straight, don't hold the rope, okay? Keep your knees straight, use your flat foot. Keep your knees straight. Wait. You don't need to, yes. You will come down automatically. Nice, wait. Okay. Loose slowly. Okay. Good. Slow. Loose.
Okay, bas.
Loose. आराम से.
Okay, flat foot. Lean back.
Look at me. Wait, see. He's going automatically. See.
बहुत अच्छा.
Because of his weight.
चलो छोड़ना भाई
If he falls, then only you have to grab. Can control it. Okay. Look at him. Come down, Rupesh. Okay. Aram.
बहुत अच्छा ये तो ऐसे ही उड़ के चला गया लगा।
Hi guys, today's day 3 of HMI training, and as I told you earlier, in the morning first half we did rock climbing and rappelling at Tenzing rock. Same we are going to do for next 2 days also, as per their schedule, and after the rappelling at Tenzing, rappelling and climbing at Tenzing rock, post that there was lunch, and after lunch there were 2 sessions, educational sessions on first one on mountaineering hazard, a session of around 1.5 hour, and that session was followed by one more session on map reading, how to read map. And then these 2 sessions were followed by a documentary film on Everest expedition done by 10 Indians. So that was the end of day 3 in HMI. Let's see what day 4 holds for us. HMI, and you can see even on, today we have come on Tenzing rock, and today we are learning various types of rappelling techniques like long sling technique, or shoulders rappelling, or stomach rappelling. So there are around 4 rappelling phases here, and I think till lunch we are going to do that. Hello everyone. Day 4, second half. We had a short session on artificial wall climbing. You can see there are 2 wall climbing walls, artificial walls in HMI. One is indoor, one is outdoor. You can see the outdoor wall right now at the back. So we will be doing outdoor wall today, and then maybe tomorrow we will be doing indoor wall. And it's quite a big wall, let me tell you. Guys, this is day 5 of HMI training, and what I'm showing you right now is almost 45-meter long sling rappelling, which I just did, so I'm a little breathless. It's not only 45 meters, there is a huge overhang. There's a huge overhang, and you have to take a big jump. With this, we have to just trust on your skills and instruments. Let's see how this guy will do now. I will show you, where is the overhang and where exactly he's going to take jump. I will show that overhang first. See, let me zoom in. This is the overhang. So from here you have to jump down and keep yourself free. This is stomach rappelling. You have to lean down and the ropes will be surrounded on your stomach. So this is end of day 5. I shared already in the first half of the day we had various type of rappelling and including long sling rappelling. Second half of the day, there was no physical activity. Actually, they gave us time to exchange the devices and all the materials they have given for the expedition, like ice shoes and various clothing. So people have spent time in checking their sizes and all. It's very important to take the correct size shoes and instruments along with you. And then we had a small session on avalanche, 1.5 hour session on avalanche, followed by the visit to library. So this is the end of day 5, and tomorrow morning we are going for a trek, Tiger Hill. Good morning, guys. Day 6 is 6:30. We started for Tiger Hill. Today there is no PT and no training because we are going for a Tiger Hill trek. Tiger Hill is about 12 kilometers away from here, so it will be around 24 kilometers to and fro. There are two reasons why we are doing this trek. One, because before we go for a main HMI based expedition, we would like to have experience of a small trek. Even though 24 kilometers is not a small trek, especially at this altitude. And another reason why, which is more important to have this trek before the main HMI base camp expedition, is to practice carrying this weight. Now the bags which you are seeing, yellow color rucksack, is given by HMI, and all the material inside this bag, right from all the ice material like ice shoes, another material like harness and jackets, everything is given by HMI. And today we are carrying all this material. So we are going to practice carrying the luggage also. As per my estimation, this luggage will be around 10 to 12 kg. If it is not more, but definitely not less than 12 kg. So as per the instruction, this is around half-day trek. The best record to reach bag is around 1:30, and the worst is 5:30 p.m. So let's see at what time we are going to reach. We are walking for last almost 4 hours, and I will show you the view of Kanchenjunga from here. Here it is. Yeah. A beautiful view. We have still not reached Tiger Hill, but we are on the way. We are walking for the last 4 hours now. But I think we are very fortunate to see Kanchenjunga like this. Many people come here, but they are, because of weather and because of fog, they are not unable to see. But this is pristine, clear, beautiful view of Kanchenjunga, world third highest peak, 8586. We have reached Tiger Hill. We started at 6:30 and it's almost 3.5 hours now. So I think we took around 3.5 hours to reach. Not very tough, as I say, but it's all depends. The word toughness is very subjective. If you have done tracks before, or you're a good runner, or you are fit, so Tiger Hill is not going to challenge you. And anyhow, they told us the Tiger Hill is not a challenging track, but just a little a practice to carry the luggage which we are going to carry for the base camp. This is the Bhutan Himalayan range. This is Sikkim Himalayan range, and this, if you can see let me show you, let me find that. Yes, if you see that peak, small peak, that is Mount Makalu, that's in Nepal, and just behind that a small peak is Everest, that is in Nepal, Himalayan range. Now we are back from Tiger Hill. Yesterday one of the Instructor told us the record time of reaching here was 1:30, and we have reached here at 1 o'clock. So we broke the earlier record of reaching here from Tiger Hill to HMI. The rest of the day is almost free now. Our next fall-in is at 6 o'clock, which will be a film. So I think comparatively, a little free day today. It's 1:10 now. So from 1:10 to 6 o'clock, we have some time for exchange instruments and the devices which we are going to take for expedition. Otherwise, day 6, half day is free. Good morning. Today is day 7 of HMI training, and let me show you all the trekking phase we have on Tenzing Rock. Today again we have come on Tenzing Rock, and we are practicing all types of rappelling. And so let me show you one by one how many phases we have on Tenzing Rock. This is one phase where you can see someone doing stomach rappelling. This is another phase which is quite difficult. It's short but very technical. You have to use your pressure to climb up. So this is phase number 2. And then from here you can see there are 2 phases this side. Here again we are doing rock climbing and then rappelling down again. And one side we are doing also side rappelling. Then let me go that side. Meanwhile, you can enjoy the view of Kanchenjunga. This really mesmerizing mountain. I can't imagine we have a fortune of watching this mountain every day. Okay, let me be careful. You go this side. I will show you chimney this side. This is chimney. Chimney is nothing but the space between 2 big rocks. So you can see the person is going down, and then he has to come up also. It's a simple technique. If you use it properly, you can easily go down and come up also. And from here, I can show you the long sling. I will try to capture my video today also for long sling. Let's see. Hi guys, today is end of day 7, and this is also end of phase 1 of HMI training. Phase 1, it means they have given us a lot of training and helped us to improve our skills in rock climbing and running, yoga. Tomorrow is a break day, that is day 8, where they have advised us to buy something from Darjeeling market. There are few things like stockings and gloves and goggles. Of course, those who have not bought. And then from day 9th we are going to start our expedition. So we are very happy that phase 1 is ended now, and this 1 day break is really very, very awaited, because last 7 days it's almost completely packed. We hardly had 1 hour break in lunch and 15 minutes break in tea. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to share 5 key learnings from this day 7 days, and I'm very sure that these 5 key learnings will help you if you're interested and if you're coming to HMI.
Right, right. Jump.
Good morning, guys. Today is day 8 morning, and we just had PT and running and yoga. I don't know why, but since morning, in fact, since midnight, I'm feeling very low. Not physically, I have enough strength for all this kind of stuff, but from mood wise, mentally, I'm feeling a little low since morning. I don't know why. Maybe a little homesickness, or maybe I'm missing the world from which, my business, people around, people who are in my world. Then while running, then I asked myself a simple question: what is the purpose of me coming to HMI? I'm 37 years old. I'm running an IT company. I have a team of 50 people doing business. I'm busy in my life. I'm also a youth motivational speaker. I'm writing books. In between all this, why HMI? So I asked myself a very simple question. Whenever we do something in our life, we should know the purpose. And I asked myself, what is the purpose of me coming to HMI? And the answer of these three questions, of this simple question, has actually made me super motivated, and I'm back to my energy again. The first most important purpose of me coming to HMI is because I love mountains. And when you love something, if loving something is your purpose, if you're doing something because you love it, then it's very difficult to defeat that purpose. So number one purpose, I'm here because I love mountains. Number one. Number two, my third book, Passionate to Win, the book in which I'm going to interview few people who are really passionate about everything they do in their life, because what I believe that successful people are successful because only whatever they do in their life, they're passionate about it. So my third book, Passionate to Win, I want to earn the right to write that book. If I'm not passionate about what I'm doing in my life, then I have no rights to publish that book. So even for that book, I want to push myself, and I want to push all my limits and to get the A grade in this course. And number three, the most important reason, number three reason, I strongly believe that at every stage of your life, you should find teachers to move up in your life. Teachers are not only in school and colleges. At every stage of your life, you need teachers. And it's very easy to find out teachers in school of life, when you are not in school or not in college, but you are in the school of life. And these are the teachers, these are the people who have already done what you want to do in your life, and you have to learn from them. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm learning from people who have done what I want to do. I'm learning from people who are Everesters, who have done Everest. I'm learning from people they know how to run on these mountains. I'm learning from people who know how to run on rocks. So I want to do all this, and I'm learning from people who have already done all this. So these are the three reasons why I'm in HMI. Well, number one, I love mountains. Number two, so these are the three reasons why I'm in HMI. Number one, I love mountains. Number two, when I'm writing a book, Passionate to Win, I want to earn that right, to feel that passion. I want to be passionate about everything, whatever I do in my life. And number three, I want to learn from teachers, people who have done what I want to do in my life. Learn from them. Good evening, guys. So finally, outing ended and we have reached the HMI center again. It's around 7:30 in the night, and as I promised you, I'm going to share 5 key learnings of phase 1. Now this is a winter course, and one of the most difficult courses in HMI is a winter course because of the weather. And this time the phase 1 was of around 8 days. So I'm going to share 5 key learnings of my phase 1 of my last 8 days, which I'm very sure that is going to help you. The learning number 1, once you receive the HMI confirmation letter, along with that confirmation letter there will be a list of things to carry. Make sure you carry each and everything from I know you read it, and I have seen many people coming here and then reading that list. Not fair, because each and everything carefully mentioned there, and each and everything is very important. Right from small lock, and the small lock is very, very important. Because you receive inputs from HMI, and you receive a lot of inputs from HMI bag and harness, and they all look similar. And in one room there will be around 8 people, so high chances of getting things mixed up. So you will get locker, and you have to put all your stuff, whatever you are getting from HMI, in that locker. So even lock is important. So the point I'm making, that each and everything is very, very important. So follow that list very carefully. 2 things which are not mentioned in that script, and which is really taking time of few of our students, is first, carry your latest medical certificate. There's a little scope of confusion here, because I have seen many people not carrying it, and they feel that whatever the certificate they have submitted at the time of sending the form. No, most of us send the form 1 year before. So that medical certificate will remain invalid. So make sure you carry your latest medical certificate. You have to submit it. Another thing which you should carry is a small or I would say photograph, passport size photograph. I have seen people going out especially and investing their time, especially the time which they have got on the last day of the 8-day outing time, in taking medical certificate and photographs. So that is number 1. Do not carry many clothes, because as recommended, as suggested, and you will not able to do that if you are doing a winter course. You're not going to bath every day. So do not carry many clothes. Even if you carry, I'm sure you're not going to wear it here. If it is a winter course, I'm not aware about other courses, what is the temperature at that time. That is number 1. A few things to carry and a few things not to carry, and make sure you see the list. Number 1. Number 2, learning. Now understand, this HMI, it's an institute, and this institute is run by mountaineers. Now we all know mountaineers are very disciplined people. So make sure you have to follow the disciplines. Several times in a day there will be falling, so you have to reach falling time 10 minutes before the time. So if they are calling at 5:30 in the morning, you have to reach 5:20, like that. So you have to be there before 10 minutes. Make sure discipline is the key here. It doesn't matter at what stage you are in your life, but if you are here, you are a student, and you should respect their discipline. And so make sure you follow the discipline. One aspect of discipline is whatever the stuff they have given to you. They are very, very costly stuff. Ropes, carabiner, descender, these are very, very costly stuff, and they all look similar. So make sure you do not lose it, because when you lose, they charge you 200%, around 100%, of course, the charge of the instrument, and 100% regarding for carelessness. So make sure you do not lose it. So point number 2, learning number 2 is of course the discipline. Learning number 3, the most important learning of HMI is I would say make sure if you're applying, maybe even if you're 6 months, most of us they apply around 1 year before. Make sure you do these 3 exercises regularly. Otherwise, I'm sure you're going to struggle here in phase 1. Number 1 exercise, run 8 kilometers or 10 kilometers. Develop that capacity of running 8 to 10 kilometers. I'm not saying run every day. I'm a runner. I run around 100 kilometers per month. Every Sunday I do a long run of around 50 to 20 kilometers. Gradually increase it. Even I started running 8 to 9 months before only. So make sure you run, because here you have to run at high altitude and lots of ups and downs. So if you don't have a habit of running, then it will be a bit challenging for you. Number one is exercise. Number two exercise you should do is plank. Your core has to be very strong, so just do 5 minutes plank. Number three exercise which you should do is dips. You have to do, because here also you have to do dips, and not only palm dips, you have to do finger dips also. So make sure you practice at least these three exercises. You have 1 year at least, so you have enough time. So at least you practice these three exercises quite significantly. And as I told you earlier in my first or second day, don't feel that HMI is a weight reducing course, or they are not going to make you fit. They are just going to check your fitness. So don't expect day working on your fitness here. You have to work hard at least for 7 to 8 months. This I strongly recommend. This is learning number 3. Learning number 4. Now if you are a breakfast guy, if you need healthy breakfast, I will recommend you should carry something in food, at least for this 7-8 days, and maybe move for more than that also. Phase 2 learnings I will share afterwards, but even for this 8 days you should carry something. I'm very okay with their lunch and dinner, because in lunch we get enough chapatis, rice, and almost everything is unlimited. Even in dinner we get chicken almost every day. However, it's only 2 pieces of chicken. But still we get enough food, lunch and dinner. But if you are a breakfast guy, if you need good breakfast, you are going to get up here 5:30, or 5 o'clock maybe sometime, not sometime, every day. So if you are hungry, so carry oats, or maybe carry something which you can make. Don't they are not going to make it for you. Don't expect they will give you hot milk and hot water. No, hot water of course they will give, but not boiled water. So whatever you can do, whatever is possible from your side, maybe in cold water or something ready to use, maybe dry fruits, something. But make sure you carry, if you are a breakfast guy, make sure you carry something along with you. And number 5 learning, the last learning of phase 1, 8 days. Make sure your purpose of coming to HMI is very clear. Because if you don't know the purpose, this course is going to stretch your limits. It's going to push you beyond your limits. And if your purpose is not clear, then maybe in the middle of the course you will feel that, why am I here? If you love mountains, you don't need a purpose. That love itself is a big purpose, which no one can defeat. Many people have come here because they get 5 marks in defense, so it's for their career. So make sure your purpose is correct, and if your purpose is correct, then I think you will feel very excited. And so if your body is fit, your purpose is correct, and you follow their instructions and disciplines and carry all their stuff, whatever they are recommending, I think you will enjoy. I have enjoyed a lot my phase 1, and I'm expecting a lot of fun in the real expedition. Thank you. Good morning, guys. This is day 9th, and finally the day has arrived. We're on the way to our expedition now. We'll be going to Bakim first. We are on the way now. We are taking all the groups are divided in a group of 8s, and to Bakim we will be going by vehicle. We will be going down now around 1,300 feet, which is one of the hottest area in Sikkim, and from there we will climb. So finally the day has arrived, and finally we are starting our journey. guys, it's 10:46. I think within 2 hours we have reached Jortang. Jortang is in Sikkim. We have entered in Sikkim now, and Jortang is one of the most hottest place in Sikkim. I'm talking about temperature, of course. The temperature is very hot comparatively compared to Darjeeling. We have 1 hour break here, and then I think we should have tea and little snacks. The roads are very bumpy from Darjeeling to Jortang. I think we have descended down a lot. We are at 1,300 feet, and there's a huge descent from Darjeeling to here. And I think from here we are going to ascend now. But I think we have a 1 hour break. Let me have something. Let me have a Assam tea first. Hi guys, it's 4 o'clock now, and we have reached Yuksom. And tonight we are going to stay in this tent. Today the entire day we started our journey at around 9:30, and the entire day gone in the travel only, and that was as per the plan. One thing which I would like to mention, and which I would like to share with you, is when you start your phase 2 journey, you don't have to carry your stuff. If I show you the bags, all these yellow bags, rucksack is actually given by HMI, and even the feather jackets and ice shoes, everything, most of the material which is required for this expedition will be given by HMI. So you don't have to carry your rucksack, and anyhow you can't, you have to carry only this rucksack, which is recommended by HMI for this expedition. Along with the material which will be given by them, you might have to take maybe 5 to 6 pairs of gloves and 5 to 6 pairs of socks, and maybe 1 or 2 pairs of t-shirts. That will be enough. So for phase 2 of your HMI training, you don't need to carry your own stuff. So that just keep that in your mind. So it's it's 4 o'clock, and I think within half an hour it will be dark here. We are in the middle of the mountains, so first we need to arrange our tents. Let's see tomorrow what will happen. We have reached. Good morning, guys. Today is day 10th, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and we are leaving Yuksom now and moving towards Bakim. It will be around 13 kilometers trek, but it's not about distance, about how steep and how difficult it will be. At the same time, we are carrying a lot of stuff with us. As per the schedule, we should be reaching Bakim by 2 or 2:30. View of this trek, you can see down there a small stream, but it's a lot of making of very good noise. You can see folks moving ahead. All the people, I think I must tell you, these HMI guys are very well organized. They are very professional. Each and everything is on time. They strongly believe in discipline, and that's one of the key reasons why we are matching our schedule, and the entire team, no one has backed out yet, and the entire team is together. Group leaders are playing their important role. I think this trek from Yuksom to Bakim will be a good challenge for all of us. There's a nice suspended bridge on the way to Bakim. It's really moving a lot. You can see the stream down. We have to go in the group of only 5 people on this bridge. We can't go together. It's really swinging. Yep. Across the bridge. We started at around 7 o'clock, and I think in 40 minutes now we are going to enter in Kanchenjunga National Park. It's 40 minutes trek, but it's quite tough. It's 9:30, almost 3 hours. Not 3, 8, 9, 2.5 hours. We are walking, rather climbing since last 2.5 hours. Beautiful view from here. We're in the middle of the jungle. and because of this water is surrounded by mountains from all three sides. In fact, from all four sides. The sound is amazing. We should be reaching by 2 o'clock, let's see. Let me show you the view of dense jungle from here. Very dense jungle. You can see, I don't know whether you can see from here or not, but all these are clouds. We are in the middle of jungle. I would say this is a completely jungle trek. But there are only two challenges. Number one, it's quite steep. We have to climb. And number two, the amount of weight we are carrying. I think
Naveen has too much energy. He's taking a video between all this.
I hope whatever we are capturing will help you if you are interested in HMI or planning for HMI. We are crossing the last bridge of, I think, this national park. We are in Kanchenjunga National Park. From Yuksom to Bakim, there are 4 bridges like this. We have to cross 4 bridges like this, which is on this river. Let me show you this river. And we have been told that after the 4th bridge, it will take around 2 hours of walk, or maybe walk plus climb to reach Bakim. From this video you can make out how tired we are. All these guys are physically fit, but still, see the speed.
I'm HMI student and traveling to Bakim.
It's very difficult to walk on these mountains. Where is my friend Vignesh? Okay, let me walk. Actually, the bridge number 4 is quite down. So to take that bridge, we had to come quite down, and now from last half an hour, 45 minutes, we are just taking heights. You can see the layers of mountain. I think uncountable layers of mountain. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is awesome. Very dense mountain. And Sikkim, it's known for fluctuation in temperature. There was time where we were feeling hot, and then after 5 minutes it was chilled. But Sikkim is known for that. See the clouds up. Wow. I think it's awesome to be here and breathe. Finally we have reached Bakim. This is the guest house where we are going to stay. It's 1:20. We started at 7 o'clock and good morning guys. Today is day 11. We are spending today entire day for acclimatization. We were at Bakim, which is around 9,000, and we have climbed up to 11,000. As they say, for better acclimatization you have to climb up and sleep low. So we have reached around 11,000 feet. You can see the entire fog and mountains. I don't know whether you can see or not. Now again we'll spend some time here and then we'll go down again back to Bakim and sleep there. I'm not going to video shoot a lot because I have to save my battery. Maybe end of the day, every day, end of the day, I'm going to report the overview of the entire day. So, because today is day 11, almost 17 days are left. We are back to Bakim at 9,000 feet now. And we went till 11,000 feet. This is a part of the acclimatization process. Now if you see this cottage, yesterday when we reached here, we thought this cottage is in very bad condition. But then in the middle of the night at 4 At the early morning, 4 a.m., we came to know why. The reason behind these big cracks. At 4 a.m., there was a good earthquake here. And the epicenter was at Nepal 6.7 at Richter scale. And this cottage was shaking. Most of us, we went up, got up, and we came out from the cottage. So today I think we have few lectures after the lunch, and then maximum time we will spend to get acclimatized. Good morning, guys. We have started our travel from Bakim to Dzongri. Bakim is at 9,000 feet, and Dzongri at 12,200. It's been said and also informed by Mr. Bhutia that Bakim to Dzongri is one of the toughest patch in the entire HMI. If you complete this, then almost your HMI course is complete. As I told you yesterday, I'm not going to record much to save battery. But one thing I would like to share with you all, guys, which I realized yesterday. You can see big rucksack loads on our backs. We are carrying almost 12 to 15 kg. But what I realized yesterday is it doesn't matter how much load you are carrying in your bag. What is more important is how much load you are carrying in your mind. Many times while trekking or in this kind of courses, our mind is fully occupied with either future or past. What is going to happen in future and what is happening in the past. No one in the world can change the past, and no one in the world can change the future. So if you're keeping your mind occupied with past and future, it's going to really take a lot of energy. So be in the moment, and it really works. Don't think about what happened in the past. Don't think what will happen in the future. Just be in the moment. That will make your mind very, very light. And let me reiterate, you can carry a lot of loads in your bag, but you cannot carry load in your mind. Let me show you the trail. See, this is how we are moving up and up. You guys are looking very walking in discipline, looking great. It's 12 o'clock. We started at around 7. 5 hours we are climbing, and you can see the clouds. Hi guys, it's 1:30 and we have reached Dzongri. Beautiful place. Very challenging trek, especially with that luggage. It's all fog and a little bit of snow here and there. We all are very tired. We'll take a break now. Good morning, guys. Today's day 13th of HMI basic course, and today from Dzongri we are moving to ultimate destination, that is HMI base camp, which is in Chaurikang. The HMI base camp is at the height of 14,600 feet. The distance from Dzongri to HMI base camp is around 14 kilometers. As for the instructors, it is not as uphill like yesterday, but still we have to cross one river, then we have to cross one. We have to cross through Rohtang Pass, which is around 14,600, which is the exact height of our HMI base camp. And from Rohtang Pass we have to again go down till 1200 feet. Now in Sikkim, after 13,500 we don't have vegetation. There are very less plants, so the oxygen level is very less. Let's see. Today is the last patch we have to cover from Dzongri to Chaurigang. Maybe at the end of Chaurigang I will share my experience. It's 9:30 now. We are walking since last 2.5 hours. My mobile is switched off to save battery, but when I saw this mesmerizing mountain, I thought capture it so even you can enjoy with me. These mountains are so beautiful. You know, when I come in mountains, I feel I'm so small. I'm too small in front of these mountains, and that gives me a lot of energy that I have to do something, many things in my life. These mountains are not only beautiful, they're awesome, but they are inspiring. Hi guys, it's 10:45. It's a beautiful view from here. You can experience many things. On one side you can see the river. Beside the river you can see a big mountain. And if you go this side, the white color Rotang is snow mountain. We reached 14,600, but now we are going down again at river point, and then again we will climb from there. Hi guys, we're on the way to a HMI base camp. From 14,600 we are now going down, and from there then again we'll go up. That's a ghost route. One thing I realized yesterday, which I would like to share with you. Yesterday was the toughest trek from Bagdora to Dzongri, and not only the elevation, not only the steep elevation, but at the same time the luggage we were carrying was actually making that trek very, very tough. But one thing I realized, I've seen few people giving their bags to some volunteers. Now, few volunteers who reached early, or a few Sherpa who are traveling with us, few people have given their luggage to them. But very surprisingly, when I saw these people reaching the base camp, within 5-10 minutes they were fit. They're roaming here and there and taking and doing usual stuff. The point I'm making is, every one of us, I think it's a batch of 65 people, every one of us at some point of time had thought to give away, throw away this bag. But most of us didn't do that. And it's all about attitude. It's not about altitude. If you have that attitude that you will not give up, no matter what happens, no matter what happens, no matter how tired I am, no matter how steep elevation is, I'm not going to give up. I'll carry this luggage and reach the point. That's attitude. If you want to check your attitude, go altitude. It's around 1:15. We have still not reached. Maybe it will take around half an hour. Today's trek is really very beautiful. Awesome river, awesome weather. Of course it's challenging, but the definition of challenges varies from person to person. If you have worked hard on your fitness, and if you have done yesterday's trek, then this trek should not be a big challenge for you. You can see few of our folks coming up. I can't see anyone, but many people were still behind. Few people are sitting here. I'm trying to increase my speed now. Let's see what time we will reach the base camp. Hi guys, it's around 2 o'clock. Let me check the time again. It's 1:40, and let me capture the entry point. The moment when we are going to enter in HMI base camp. After so much of hard work, after conquering the Asia's third toughest trek with a load of more than 12 to 15 kgs, here we are entering in HMI base camp. Woo! Ah. 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 Woo! Ah. Ah. I'm not bragging, but the group of 65 people, I'm among maybe top 15. In these top 15, there are many people who are maybe localites or from Army and Navy. Of course, we civilian. Oh, shut up. I don't want to brag at this altitude. See the mountain. Feeling happy. Good morning, guys. Today is day 13 of HMI basic course. And we have entered in phase 3 of this course. Phase 1 was, of course, 8 days in Darjeeling HMI Center, where we had learned rock climbing, PT and yoga. Phase 2 was 4 days where we did a trekking from Yuksom to Bakim, Bakim to Dzongri and Dzongri to Chaurikang, which is considered as one of the toughest and third toughest in Asia. And now we are entering in phase 3, where we are going to get trained on Glacier. So at the end of the day, to save battery, I will give you an overview of day 13. And meanwhile, you can also see the mountains behind me, and let me show you something very beautiful. Clouds behind me. These are the clouds which are below us. I think it's very, very pleasant to be here and experiencing all this. It's 10 o'clock in the morning today.
What's up? Hello. What's up?
He's my friend. We are wearing those snowshoes today. These kind of snowshoes. We had around 1 hour lecture on surrounding of this area. We are in Ratong Valley. You can see right here, this black peak is Mountain Ferry. Then this is Ratong Peak. Then this is Kabru, South Kabru Dome. So once you reach here, all this information will be given to you by your instructor. What I would like to show you right now is the glacier on which we are going to get trained. Let me zoom in. So this is the glacier which is coming from Ratong Peak. If you just come down here, on this glacier we are going to have our training. By the end of the day, I will share a few more highlights of the day 13. Let me show you where exactly we stay. जूते दिखाओ जूते.
One day.
Special force of India. Special force of India. अब हम दे सकते जैसे हमें रहना है. जय जवान.
जय किसान. I think we are a batch of around 65 people, and more than 60 people are staying here. There are one or two more tents like this. We just had lecture on crampons, ice shoes, and ice axe coordination, and now it's 3 o'clock, and we have learning to wear all this, and they're also helping us to walk with crampons. In the first half today, before I tell you about the first half, let me share something about the last night. Last night was very challenging for most of us. Many of us, we had mild to severe headache, especially because of lack of oxygen here. And as I showed you, in one hut, almost 60 people are sleeping. So surprisingly, it's not very chilled here. It's of course chilled outside, but when you go inside the hut, it's not very chilled here. Early in the morning, of course, then we started day 13, and then we started, as I showed in the morning also, uh, we had a briefing on surrounding. It was a pleasant surprise that in the middle of the mountain we are sitting with notebook and pen and taking notes. So instructor briefed us about various mountains in this range and their height and little bit history about those mountains. Then we went a little near to Ratong Glacier, where we are going to have our training. In the second half, we had almost 1 hour briefing on ice axe, crampons, and ice shoes, and coordination between all these three. Then we did practical. We actually used all these three things, and then we did little, I would say, demo training. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're walking since last almost 2 hours with these ice shoes on these big rocks, and we are going towards Ratong Glacier. If you can see, this is Ratong Glacier. For next 5 days, every day we are going to come here for the training on glacier. To save battery, by the end of the day I will share my videos. Now we are practicing on I'm breathless, so can't speak, but you can see, enjoy how on glaciers they're walking and practicing. Walk practice on glaciers with crampons and ice shoes, and now we are practicing how to come down with direct belay from glaciers. If you're thinking walking and training on the glacier is easy, let me correct you. It's not. Walking, climbing on glaciers with the help of crampons and ice axe will take you last breath. But it's amazing. It's interesting. Wow. This is what we are going to do for next 5 days. We're going to wear the shoes, ice shoes, which are very heavy, and we're going to walk for almost 2 hours on this mountain, on big rocks and boulders, to reach the glacier. We'll do training for around 2 hours on glacier, and then back to base camp again. Maybe 2.5 hours walk back with the rucksack and the ice shoes. If you are under the impression that HMI is a fun adventure, let me correct you. There's a beautiful lake here. You can see in the back. And if you see the peak behind is Mount Frey. As I told you, we are moving towards base camp now. It's very difficult to walk, but who said HMI is easy? We have classes like this in the mountain. We just had lunch, and every day after the lunch we have classes. It's very nice to and very pleasantly surprised that we are sitting in mountains like this to learn something with notepad and pen. Good morning, guys. Day 16th, 7:45. We started our walk again at 7 o'clock. Very emotional start of the day when I heard someone crying at 5 o'clock in the morning. people are getting now physically challenged, mentally, even emotionally challenged. Now we have 64 people. 2 have backed out earlier only. All 64 were present at Fallen. And when the course director asked how many people are ill, are not feeling well, more than 10 to 12 people raised their hand. But after the little inspiring speech by Everester, Mr. Bhutia, all 64 ready to walk again towards the glacier. I think we are in the middle. It will still take 1.5 hours to reach the glacier. 3 to 4 people have gone back. Reaching glacier itself is a trek, difficult trek. I will share my views. Today also we have training on the glacier, very advanced training. I will share my views, maybe post training. Today we are doing long sling rappelling on ice. It's same as we do rappelling on stones, but this is on ice. After free rappelling, we are doing free climb. You can see the climb, and there's no belly, there's no rope support. And if someone slips from here, let me show you where exactly he will go. I never understand why the name of this course is basic course. I just did this free climbing without rope, just with ice axe and crampons. The amount of confidence you get after doing this is amazing, because once you slip from there, in case of course there's no one slipping down, you go directly here. There's absolutely no belly, no ropes. But once you do that, the confidence you get is awesome. Doing climbing with the help of rope. And once we reach the peak, again we have to come down. He's using one ice axe and one ice hammer. Today was a very interesting day. We did good rappelling and climbing on ice. But I'm very happy because I wanted to do 2 things on Glacier. One, I'm a Toastmaster, and it's International Toastmaster magazine. If you take a pic along with the magazine, you have a chances of getting featured in that magazine. So I took the pic. Number one is that. Number two, I always wanted to solve Rubik's Cube in various extreme conditions, and today I solved Rubik's Cube in Raton Glacier, around 15,000 feet. I have a video of that also. We are reaching down now. Let me show you the little air view of base camp. You can see the base camp from here. It takes around 2.5 hours to reach base camp. It's quite big boulders here, and we are wearing ice shoes. Good morning, this is day 17. Let me show you where exactly we eat and from where we get our food. This is our canteen. We are taking early breakfast now. This is how we have got a mess tin. This is my friend Vignesh. We have got mess tin from HMI, so we have carried this mess tin all the way from Darjeeling. This is your tea. We also have glass. A few people also take tea in mess tin. Let me also show you how we wash our mess tin. That is one of the most difficult tasks. This line is for warm water. We get warm water only in the morning with breakfast and in the after during the dinner, not in the middle of the day. Let me show you how we wash. These are the two drums we have.
Cornflakes.
He's my friend eating cornflakes. You can see the ice in the drum. You have to put your hand and take the water from inside and wash your mess tin. This is still not got converted into water. This is still ice. I'm just tapping it. So you can understand. I don't have to tell you what is the temperature here and then what happens when your hands are completely frozen because of this washing utensils. Today we are learning the zoomering with the help of chest zoomer and leg zoomer. The post-lunch coordinator said that another batch coming up to the HMI base camp, and they asked for some volunteers to go down to carry their luggage. It is so satisfying and feeling so good. The same track which we did a few days before, we are coming down to help others. This is also special and satisfying because today is my birthday, 4th of December, and on this special day I've got opportunity to help others. Thanks God. Now we have class on fixed rope technique. It's a technique which normally people use to negotiate exposed areas.
Tape sling. So this is called tape sling. Normally we use this tape sling, and this is on fixed rope, right? So if I get natural anchor, I can also use natural anchor. अभी यहाँ पर तो natural anchor है.
So here's the end of day 17, and let me show you something very surprising. Once you get acclimatized here, you can also play cricket like this.
Oh no!
Even we are playing football today at 14,600 feet. Pause किया? And this is the best way I could celebrate my birthday, playing cricket, my favorite game, on 14,600 feet. I know there are many of you guys have wished me, and I know my family must be missing me today. A very special day for them. I think my birthday is more special for them than me. Thank you very much, those who have wished me. There's no way I can contact back home. I know there are many people who have wished me. Thank you very much once again. Soon I will be back. What I'm showing you is I think it's a powder avalanche. Let me zoom in again. Yeah. Yeah, it's very rare. So I was telling you, day 18th again we are going back to Glacier, and I think today we are going to practice fixed rope technique on Glacier.
नेक्स्ट ईयर नवंबर में हाँ टाइम तो बहुत है बट खाली प्रिपरेशन के लिए भी 9 महीने की रिगरस ट्रेनिंग चाहिए हाँ अभी तो ऑफिस में इतना टाइम मिलता नहीं बट ऑफिस के बाद का सारा टाइम यहीं पे लगता
अरे बुलाना चाहिए नहीं बोला कि क्या क्या नाम लेकर इतना कर रहा हूँ चुना मुझे तू भाई कितनी
We are doing in winter course. This is a winter course, so most of the lakes here are frozen lake. If you can just, when I can tap. If I throw, see, still don't go out. So all the folks are waiting here now. Rappelling is almost done.
This is Shiva Holy Lake, man. Shiva Holy Lake.
My friend is telling me the name of this lake is Shiva Holy Lake. Bam bam bole! Now after rappelling, now we have practical on self-arrest. There are various techniques of arresting yourself when you fall down. So we are practicing various techniques with the help of ice axe. This is how the HMI base camp at Chaurikang looks like. It's surrounded by various mountains. Let me show you one by one. Right now what you are watching is Mount Frey, and just beside Mount Frey to the left is Frey Glacier. Very technical peak, around 6,000 meter. If you come this side, the first one which you can see from here is Kabru South. Yeah, Kabru South. And just next to Kabru South, if you see a dome shape mountain, that is Kabru Dome. Even there's Kabru North, but the Kabru North is behind Kabru South, so you can't see from here. Even Rohtang Peak you can't see from base camp, but once you go to Glacier, you can see Rohtang Peak very easily. Both Kabru South and Kabru North is around near 7,000 meter peak, so they are big peaks. Now, if you come to this side, if you see 3 peaks here, the name of these 3 peaks are Folk 1, Folk 2, Folk 3, because they look like folk. So, and these are both, all these 3 peaks are still virgin. Hi guys, so even this day ended quite an active day, quite an interesting day today again. We had 45 meter rappellings. We started our day around again 7 a.m. in the morning, and by 2:30, so by 9:30, 10 o'clock we reached the rappelling point. And then we did a 45 meter rappelling, and then after that again we went to a point where we had a training on self-arrest. Then we came back to HMI base camp. I think every day we are doing every day we are doing 2 to 4 hours of
Oh, hello!
every day we are doing around 2 to 4 hours of trekking, that too on boulders. Post lunch, then we had a session on crevasse rescue. That was around half an hour session, and then now we are a little free. It's almost 7:50. We're walking since last 50 minutes. Today again we are going back to Glacier. It was the 4th time we are going back to Glacier. Going to Glacier is a major part of phase 3. As you know, we are in phase 3 of HMI course now. Phase 1 was in Darjeeling, where we learned rock climbing. Phase 2 was trekking from Yuksom to Chaurikang, and that is HMI base camp. And now we are in phase 3. So today we are going back to Glacier again, and we are going to revise all the techniques which we have learned till date. It's been said that it's physically a little challenging to go all the 4 days to Glacier. Today also few people have decided not to go because of course health reasons. I will show you a few highlights of Glacier training today once we reach there. If you want to see Glacier from here, I can show you. There's a small white patch which you can see from here, but believe me, it's altogether a different world there. Once you reach on Glacier, it's a completely different world. So let me first reach there. Now we have practice on crevasse rescue. Let me show you the crevasse first. Let me show you the open crevasse here. It's very deep, can't see. We have a crevasse rescue techniques also taught yesterday. We are going to practice that today. Hi guys, I'm so happy to inform you that today we had a surprise test. The instructor was sitting down with the notes, pen and everything, with the list of entire names of the batch. The test was mainly on Pekento technique, rappelling and zoomering. I'm very happy to inform you, at least I've given my best, and in all the 3 things I completed successfully. Grading and all is not in my hand. I've given my best. Let's see what comes. But I'm happy that I've completed all the 4 days of crevasses. I'm happy that I've completed all the 4 days of Glacier, not dropped even a single day, and also completed whatever the test they were expecting from us. It's 1:30 and we are moving from Glacier. And trust me, I know it was tough, but we all are going to miss Glacier. This is my first time I experienced training and all kind of this kind of stuff on Glacier, and what I feel that each glacier has its own personality. If I have to personify this glacier, it's like a big brother, always tough, but will love you always. We all are going to miss this glacier. Thank you very much, and I think we should be very grateful. We should be very grateful that this glacier has allowed us to walk, run, and fall on it. Thank you very much, this glacier. Hi guys, it's 2:30 now, and we are moving back to HMI base camp. Many of us, or most of us, is taking this walk for the last time. We are not going to come back to this glacier again, at least as a part of this course. As I told you, many of us are very emotional. It's a mixed feeling. For many, it's a feeling of achievement. It's a feeling of achieving something. Because going to Glacier 4 days, getting up 5 o'clock in the morning, and then walking for 2.5 hours with ice shoes, reaching the glacier, doing the hardcore training, again coming back 2.5 hour hardcore track on boulders was not easy. So for many of us, it's a feeling of achievement, it's a feeling of doing something, achieving something. We had a good motivational talk from Everester, Mr. Bhutia. He has congratulated us for achieving this and successfully completing glacier training. So here's the end of phase 3 of HMI course. Now we have one expedition tomorrow, and then the trek back to Yuksom. I'll come back to you again with those highlights. Hi guys, so this amazing day has ended, full of action, full of emotion. Post lunch we had a lecture on Hackobag. It was a short lecture by medical officer of HMI, who is also a principal of HMI. And after that, I think amazing gesture by HMI team. They distributed dry fruits, a lot of dry fruits, a glass full of, two glass full of dry fruits, and along with that biscuits and fruity. I think this gesture is from them towards we giving our best to complete 4 days of Glacier and still keeping ourselves healthy and high for tomorrow's trek. There's something called height gain day. So I think in last 19 days, whatever physical and mental strength we have gained, we have to use that physical and mental strength to gain some height today. So they have selected Rannoch Peak today. So we are going to climb Rannoch Peak. It's a black peak. Maybe once I reach there, or maybe in the middle, I will share the highlights. Hey guys, it's around 8:40. We are walking since last 1 hour 40 minutes. Let me show you the peak which we are going to climb today. If you can see the steep mountain, black mountain, that is also known as Black Peak. It's being said that this mountain is so steep that ice doesn't stay on it. And today, as a part of height gain activity, we are going to conquer this peak. From here we can have a good view of this mountain. This is the mountain, a steep fall. And I think here we are going to put our harness and rope up because the wall is very steep. Now we are roped up like this. We are almost about to reach the peak. Few patches were very tough, so there was some extra rope protection. But all 54 people were divided into group of 7 to 8, and the 7 to 8 people are roped up. Here are the few difficult patches where we are climbing. It's 9:40, and these are the initial moments of we reaching the peak. Just see the awesome view from here. Yeah, let me show you. Hey, wow. If you see a green color, if you can see from here, that's HMI base camp. Few folks are still coming from behind, but two groups, there's around 16 people have just reached the peak. That's Mount Frey and its glacier. That's the first one is, that's the same glacier where we used to go for training. There's a Ratong peak. This is Kabru South. This is Kabru Dome. This is Fork 1, Fork 2, Fork 3. And that is Pandim, I think, which we can't see from HMI base camp, but you can see from here. Beautiful view. Amazing. After successfully completing this peak, now we are going down. It's around 10 o'clock. And all guys are very happy. Yeah. Again, again a sense of achieving something good. I think the training which we had for last 19 days has really helped us in achieving this peak very successfully. We just had lecture on tent pitching. It's a short, almost 1 hour lecture. Tomorrow is the last day in HMI base camp. We are completely tanned. Most of us have lost good amount of weight, including me. Let me share a few key observations and key highlights or key learnings of last few days in HMI base camp, which might be very useful for you if you are interested in HMI or you are coming to HMI. Let me give you an overview of daily routine first. Daily, we wake up at around 5. There's something called 5, 6, 7. 5 o'clock wake up tea, 6 o'clock breakfast, and 7 o'clock we move for the training. Then by 2:30 or sometime by 3 o'clock we come back, and then there's a lunch. Then post lunch around 3:30 or around 4 o'clock there will be a lecture. Like today there was a lecture on tent pitching. Yesterday there was a lecture on that bag, HEPA bag. So we have lectures like this. By 5 o'clock, the lectures get over. Then by 6:30 we get dinner, and by 7 o'clock, or max to max 7:30, we all sleep. Now don't get surprised. Yes, 6:30 is the dinner time, and by 5:30 here, you will find completely dark. I have seen dark clouds with a lot of stars at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So the amount of hard work we do throughout the day, and because of the nature here, because it's get dark very early, by max to max by 7 o'clock we all sleep here. So that's the daily routine. Now coming to food, and if you are keen to know that what kind of food we get here, And if you're worried that whether you're getting a quality food or good food or healthy food or not, you should not be worried about it. Because trust me, the kind of food we get here is really awesome. It's worth appreciating the team, kitchen team. It's a very good variety, at the same time good consistent food we get every day. Let's start with breakfast. Breakfast we get, if I'm a non-vegetarian, so we get egg omelette or egg bhurji along with chapati. We also get cornflakes and milk. And those who are vegetarian, they get some maybe sabji, a potato sabji or something like that. But a good heavy breakfast. That even at around 12:30, wherever we are, whether we are at Glacier or maybe at some other place, we get tea and biscuits. But 2:30 in lunch, every day in lunch we get non-veg, either chicken or mutton. Quantity is of course limited, but we do get non-veg every day. And along with that, we also of course we get the rice, chapati and dal, everything. Then in the night, for dinner, before dinner around 6 o'clock we get soup. 6:30 we get full dinner, like roti, chapati and dal and everything, full dinner. There's no non-veg in for dinner because it's difficult to digest. Then after dinner, around 6:30 or maybe somewhere around 6:45, 7 o'clock, we get Bonvita milk. So you should not be worried about food if you are coming to HMI base camp, number one. So I've told you about the overview of the day, what we do, a routine of what routine is of entire day. I've told you about food. Let me tell you about few accessories which you should, or I should say you must have here. Now, of course, before coming to HMI base camp at Darjeeling, they will tell you everything. But one or two things which I feel that I would like to overemphasize on. Number one, if you have specs, I don't have, but one of my friend, he has spec. And if you have spec, please make sure you are using your powered sunglasses or over specs, whatever specs arrangements you have. You should have that, because it's important to have a specs here. Without that you can't go to Glacier, number one. Number two, have a good maybe 1.5 liter thermos, lightweight, of course, because you have to do a lot of trekking here. Lightweight thermos. The reason why lightweight thermos, I will just start walking because my friends are calling me. The reason why lightweight thermos, because you get the water here in the night, warm water early in the morning with breakfast, and of course at night after dinner. So if you have a good thermos, you can have that water, keep the water inside the thermos, and then you can keep that thermos in your sleeping bag. So that will not only keep your sleeping bag warm, at the same time the water will remain warm throughout the night, and same water you can use in the morning for brush or maybe for some other things. So powered sunglasses, of course, if you are using, if you have glasses, and thermos. So I think these are the one or two accessories. I will come back to you again because my friends are calling me. I will join you after some time. It's 9:50 in the morning, and we are learning 3 important techniques today. One is how to make a stretcher with the help of rope and sleeping bag. We are practicing that. Let me show you.
ऊपर चलो.
After that, we will be practicing tent pitching, and after that we will be practicing river crossing. Let me show you. Here we will be practicing river crossing. So these are the 3 techniques I think we will be learning today on the last day till lunch. Now we are learning suspension and tarrowing technique. These are the 2 common techniques which are normally used to cross rivers. That is a suspension technique where you have to check, and the earlier one is the terrain technique. Let me show both the techniques again. I think this is the last skills what we are learning today. It's 12:35 and this is the last exercise we are doing because we are carrying a lot of equipments which is given by HMI and also the personal things. Everyone has taken all their equipments outside. Everyone is checking whether they have their belongings, both personal and given by HMIs. Few people have lost something, but very few, surprisingly. So this is the last packing. We have also made a lost and found box where if someone is finding something which is not belongs to them, they are putting in this box. I think, and then tomorrow, once after this exercise, we should be packing all our stuff and should be getting ready for tomorrow's major trek. Let me show you blue ships. Yes, exactly. We are so fortunate, and even you are so fortunate watching this. We are in Sikkim mountains, and you can see blue ship. Let me show you this hut. This is Tisco hut, sponsored by Tata. And can you believe this is a place where 60 of us have spent almost 10 days and shared everything, right from instruments to feelings. Hi guys, it's 1:40. Last day. Okay, last evening I was sharing some observation and learnings with you, and then in the middle of that my friends called me, so I left that conversation in between. Let me complete that conversation. So I talked about the routine of the day. I talked about food. I talked about few accessories which we should have here, like if you have glasses, then powered sunglasses, or maybe some other alternative arrangement for that. A must thing is a thermos, a lightweight thermos, because same thermos you can keep in your sleeping bag in the night, and that will keep your sleeping bag warm because you get warm water in the night. Other thing, you should have a good trekking shoes, because trekking from Bakim, from Yuksom to Chaurikung and then Chaurikung to Bakim is Asia's third difficult trek. A lot of boulders, so you should have good trekking shoes. I don't recommend to buy new one, because you never know about the fitting, and then if you get shoe bite and all. So make sure that you have some good trekking which you have used in some earlier trekkings. So that's the other accessory we should have. Apart from that, you should have a small duffel bag. Let me show you what kind of duffel bag I have. So something like this, a very small duffel bag. So the reason behind this small duffel bag, because many times you may have to carry just maybe a harness or notebook or water bottle. So you can just carry in that small duffel bag, because the schedule is so tight and hectic here. There are high chances that you may miss something if you're just not carrying anything, or not carrying your stuff in your small bag. Apart from that, I don't recommend you to carry a lot of warm clothes here. Reason being, we spent around 10 to 11 days here, and here's my friend coming.
Second last day and it was awesome.
Reason being, the feather jacket and the sleeping bag provided by HMI is a premium quality stuff. So you don't need maybe two pairs of clothes. When I say clothes, maybe two pants and two t-shirts. And if you are very sensitive to cold, then maybe warmers. Personally speaking, I have not used warmers here. So so do not carry too many clothes because even if you carry from to Darjeeling, then you will not be carrying here. It's no logic in carrying here because it will make your bag very heavy. So these are some key learnings yeah, in last 10 days in HMI base camp. Today is the last day, and I would say even this phase is ending now. Tomorrow we are going to have a good trek. We are going to cover 2 days trek in one day. If you remember, we came from Bakim to Dzongri, and then we had stay at Dzongri, and then we from Dzongri to Chaurikang we came here. But now we are going to cover directly from Chaurikam to Bakim in one day. So we are actually covering 2 days distance, around 22 kilometers in one day. So tomorrow is a big day for us. Today is a rest day. In second half, we are going to have a camp cleaning activity. I'm not talking about hut. I'm talking about mountains cleaning. So we are going to spend some time. Everyone is going to take responsibility of carrying some cans and some plastic from mountains to ground. So I think I'm feeling very happy, satisfied because fortunately, God blessings, mountain blessings, I participated in each and everything what HMI offered. I didn't skip anything, whether it's activity, whether it's meal, or whether even it's Bonvita or it's tea, whatever they offered, I took it. Let's see now. We will try our best to complete tomorrow's trek. So this is the last time I'm reporting from HMI Base Camp Chaurikang, 14,600 feet. Let me show you the surrounding once again. I'm going to miss this snow mountains. Wow. Sometimes they just Frey Mountain is just awesome. It is such a beautiful mountain, such a technical. So this is the last recording from HMI Base Camp. And one thing, let me remind you. The reason because of which I'm able to cover and record everything. Make sure if you want to make videos or want to click images, pics, make sure you have a good power bank. I was very fortunate. I have a very good power bank which managed to record, managed to charge my phone every day. So make sure you carry a good power bank here, because even though there are lights here, solar lights here, but there's no charging point. So if you want to click videos and images, and you should, because you don't come to glaciers and this kind of places every time. So make sure you have a very good power bank. So this is the last tip from my side, and I'm not going to record anything else from HMI Base Camp. I will come back to you tomorrow morning when we will start the Asia's third toughest trek, and we are going to cover 2 days distance in one day. Bye. The last day. This is the walk. This is the walk which everyone wants to take. Walk back home. Many eyes are wet. They will be missing the camp, they will be missing the mountains. But I think they all are missing home. It's 6:30 a.m. in the morning. We have started for Bakim. The best time to reach Bakim was 1 p.m. Let's say what time we will reach. Hi guys, it's 10:45 in the morning and we have reached Dzongri. This is the same place where we had to stay while going towards going towards the base camp. We will be having a short break here, maybe around half an hour for lunch. We all were carrying lunch from HMI base camp only, and after lunch we will move from here. One of the key reasons why trek from HMI base camp to Dzongri is a little tough, because HMI base camp is at around 14,600. So once you start trekking from there, you have to go down 12,000 feet, and then again you have to go up 14,600 and then trek. So there's ups and downs. Because of this trek is little tough, little challenging. But no worry, I think we had 3 breaks, resting point of around 10 minutes, and at each resting point we used to wait for the last person to come. Then again used to start the trek. So as of now, so far so good. Let's see at what time we'll reach the Bakim. Hi guys, it's around 11:30 now. Just left Dzongri and now we all are moving towards Bakim. If you remember, while coming from Bakim to Dzongri, it was almost uphill. So we are expecting a good downhill trek now. However, it's around 14-kilometer trek. I doubt we will be able to beat the best time 1 o'clock. But let's see what time we will reach Bakim. Hi guys, it's exact 4 o'clock and finally few of us have reached Bakim. It's almost 6:30 in the morning we started and we're reaching 4 o'clock. I think we should be thankful to training given by HMI in the last so many days, which has given us strength to make this trek possible. It's almost 8 hours we walked, and not to forget, we all are carrying around 20 kg on our back. So with this 20 kg backpack, with the help of HMI training, we could able to complete this trek of 22 kilometers, which is considered as third toughest trek in Asia. Let me start your day with this beautiful view. It's 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and currently we are at Bakim, but we will be moving to Yuksom within 5 minutes. Let's see what time we will reach Yuksom. Hi guys. Talking about distance from Bakim to Yuksom is around 13 kilometers. But it's more like a jungle track, not boulders and mountain with low oxygen level. The height of Bakim is around 9,000 feet, and Yuksom is around maybe 3,500 feet. So let's see what time we will reach. Hi guys, it's 7 a.m. in the morning. There are 4 bridges in this trek. We are actually in Kanchenjunga National Park. We have crossed one first bridge and 3 bridges still we need to cross. Let me share a small story here. If you have observed, we all have this yellow color rucksack. But the one person, let me show you, he has a black cover on his rucksack. Nimai! Hi. His name is Nimai. Let me tell you Vivek. Let me tell you the reason why he has a black cover. Actually, this is the second time he's attempting this HMI course. Last time when he came just like us without a cover. But because Sikkim is a wet altitude, you cannot predict whether it started raining and his complete rucksack with clothes and everything got drenched in rainwater. And once you are wet here, once your clothes and sleeping bag and everything is wet, you cannot survive here. So because of that reason, he had to leave the course in between. So if you're coming to HMI course, make sure you should have this kind of cover. We guys are a little fortunate. It didn't rain, at least while we were trekking. But because it's a wet altitude, you cannot predict weather. So make sure you should have a cover like this. Another observation yesterday, many people who were trekking from HMI base camp to Bakim. Now HMI base camp to Bakim is completely rocky. It's all boulders. Many people got twisted their ankles because the shoes they were not wearing ankle support shoes. So if you're coming here, make sure you have a ankle support shoes, so chances of you twisting your ankle will be very less. I don't guarantee, but very less. Let's see what time we will reach Yuksom. Hi guys, it's 8:35 in the morning. We started around 5:30. We are expected to reach around 10 o'clock in Yuksom. As you are aware, the trek from Bakim to Yuksom is completely through Kanchenjunga National Park, and there are 4 bridges, out of which three bridges we have already crossed. It's 9:15 and you can see the exit gate of National Park, Kanchenjunga National Park. This is the 4th bridge. As I told you earlier, there are 4 bridges in. He's my friend Shashwat. He's so happy because this is the last bridge of this trek. There are 4 bridges. I think all the bridges are at equidistance. Ooh. You can enjoy the view. See how he's dancing. He's a solo traveler, traveling since last almost 6 months. And if you're wondering why he's carrying another bag, not HMI bag, I will tell you. Most of the solo traveler, we have only one solo traveler here, but most of the solo traveler, they always prefer their own bag. And he's the only person who is carrying his own bag. Hi guys, finally reached Yuksom. We are the first 5 people. We can see 4 people going ahead, and I'm the 5th one who reached Yuksom first. From mountains, we are back to classroom. We have a written test now. You can see the classroom. Soon we are going to get papers and then we have to appear for a written test. Whatever they have taught us, there will be a written test on that. We are just done with the written test now. 1 hour paper, 100 marks, mixed of various types of questions, true and false, and even definitions and various types of things. If you have paid some attention during the course and if you did some kind of revision, I think it should not be very tough. However, my performance was, I would say, okay, not that great. There are a few technical things, few figures. It's always difficult to remember the exact figures and all, but still it was an okay performance from my side. Let's see the result. Hi guys, it's around 11 a.m. in the morning, and today after the exam, now we have personal interview with principal. It's a short interaction discussion with him where you can share your views and whatever your learnings, and if you have any area of improvement suggestions for HMI, you can share with them. So I'm done with my personal interview. I'm waiting my friends for their turn, because after personal interview today we have outing, so we are allowed to go out. And then tomorrow we have sports competitions like running and sports indoor sports climbing. Good morning guys, it's 5:50 a.m. in the morning and today we have a running competition 5 kilometers. Normally first top 3 people they get the recognition and certificate from the HMI, but we all are running, of course. We all want to see our own see our own fitness. And the one very interesting thing about this running competition is all are running together. Whether you are in Navy or you are in Army or you are local or you belong to private sector, we all are running together 5 kilometer race. Let's see. Good morning guys. It's 6:40 in the morning. We're just about to finish the race. Many of us have come. Many of us are still coming. My rank is 16th. I wanted to come in top 10, but no excuses. The group of 64, I came 16th. You can see people coming here. Just behind that statue there is a finishing line. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and we all have come here with our rucksack and all the instrument and devices given by HMI to us. Today is the day where we have to say bye-bye to all our material given by HMI, including rucksack and everything. So we will be submitting everything in store. Fortunately, there are only 1 or 2 things which are missed by people, lost, maybe misplaced, and they are unable to find it. But there is a penalty for each thing. If you lose something, you have to pay penalty. Until and unless you don't pay penalty, if you have lost something, you don't get clearance. Only one thing is remaining after this. That's a sports climbing competition, which we will be doing after this submission of all our material. And after that, I think then we are done for the day. Let me show you what exactly we had got from HMI. Let me start with this big rucksack. Then we had this wind cheater. This wind cheater. Then gaiters. Then this is feather jacket. This is messy. This is mittens. Then sleeping bag. Ice axe. These are our big ice shoes. That is lining. There is harness set. Harness set is with descender, zoomer, carabiner, sling rope, and of course helmet. And this small rubbish bag. So if you are getting some rubbish thing on the way, like chocolate wrappers and all, you can put in this rubbish bag. So this was stuff which were given by HMI to us. Hi guys, it's 1:26 and today this is the last physical event what we have under competition, and this is internal wall climbing competition where everyone has to participate. So everyone has to participate in this. Of course, if you are proactively opting out, then that's okay. And then you can see this wall. The person who will climb the highest panel, he will win. There will be top 3. And of course, if they tie, then the timing will be considered. I am proud to say that I am HMI graduate now. I had promised you to bring key highlights of each and every day of HMI course, and I did that. I tried my best to record key moments. Let me end this video with the mission statement of HMI, and that is, may you climb from peak to peak. I'm not saying that each and everyone from the 64 people is going to climb Everest tomorrow. I'm not saying that each and everyone from this 64 people is going to execute some major expedition tomorrow. But yes, each and everyone from this 64 would like to climb from peak to peak in their personal life, in their dreams, in their visions, in their jobs, in their business. I think this line, may you climb from peak to peak, represents that feeling. It represents that emotions. But what I realized in last 28 days, when you are climbing peaks, whether it's in mountains or in your personal life, there will be situations which will be difficult. There will be a situation when you have just climbed a steep mountain, a very difficult mountain, and you are expecting a flat land to walk, to breathe. And another mountain is waiting for you, which is much steeper, which is much higher, much challenging. Your shoulders are paining because of weight. Your legs are burning. And that is the time you have to decide whether you want to stop or keep climbing. What we have learned in last 28 days, keep climbing. Because whether it's mountain or whether your personal life, if you want to climb, want to conquer, you have to keep walking in your life. No matter how difficult the situation is, you have to keep walking. I would like to end this video by wishing you, may you climb from peak to peak in your life. This is Praveen Wadalkar signing out from HMI. Until we meet again.